People of the galaxy, I am Jedi Master Keeve Trennis. Not long ago, I stood beside a hero as she promised that the Jedi would be with you whenever darkness closed in. Sorry.
That was probably Kevin Scott ringing you to say stop talking shit about my story.
Anyways, little did we know how quickly that darkness would descend or how violent its shadows would be. We tried to make good on the promise that day, a covenant to protect the light and life from those who would ravage and kill. Like us, when we sent that fleet of space Tyranids to an entire populated planet, just to see if I personally could save that planet. But we did it in the name of light and life, you see. And we're still trying. Still fighting for what we believe. That we should put planets into peril just to see if we can save them. Damn the consequences.
Genocide, many billions of people just to prove a point.
But we can't do it alone. We need you to help us put entire planets into peril just to see if we can save them. We are all the Republic. We've heard Chancellor So say it, even said it ourselves countless times, but that's no longer enough. As you hear this message, people are standing up against the Nihil on every world in the occlusion zone. Most don't wear fancy robes or wield elegant weapons. They can't call upon the Force, but they can call on each other. In their darkest hour, they turn to their neighbors, united in hope, united in courage. Even when they're scared, especially when they're scared. I'm scared, right now, more than ever. Jedi aren't supposed to admit that, but it's true. And Jedi aren't also supposed to feel it either. But you know, we left the lore of the Jedi long ago once we started putting entire planets into peril, just to see if we could save them. How are we Jedi again? Should I give up? Maybe. Yes, you should give up. Because, yes, you know what? Yes, I should give up. Because I'm a scumbag that puts entire planets into peril just to see if I can save them. Maybe that's not actually a future worth fighting for.
Jesus.
Will I give up? No, because I'm a narcissist. I'm not the sort of person that will willingly admit that putting entire planets into peril just to see if I can save them is a bad thing, actually, and an irredeemable thing, actually. I know I'm ranting on that a lot, but that's
a valid point to make.
Yes.
Hypocrites. Also, a point about this comic. So, this is across the Nihil space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Nihil can hear this. And let me guess, can her enemies hear this as well? The Nameless?
Oh, yeah.
So, maybe the fact that the reason the Jedi are not supposed to admit that they're scared is because the moment you admit you're scared in front of your enemies, I'm not sure if you know this about Warfare, Mr. Ace1918, person who contributes to a mod about Warfare, is that you're never supposed to admit weakness in the face of the enemy because that might give them a slight morale boost.
I mean, you could, in theory, try to do it into goading them into an attack that you are.
Yeah, but that's a bait and switch. That's like, yeah, you're supposed to do that on purpose, not like her right now who's having a genuine emotional thing of, ooh, I'm scared.
Yeah, I know. No, instead what you're supposed to do is be like that one absolute unit of a Chinese general that when he faced an enemy that he defeated countless times, but had no army with him this particular occasion, he just sat outside in a chair playing a musical instrument, which fucked with the opposing general so much that he thought it must be a trap and left. We are more than Jedi. We are more than a Republic. We are light and we are life, and we stand together, whatever the cost. Diversity is our strength, so says the Austro-Hungarian Empire.